In a recent afternoon segment on NFL Network, NFL insider Ian Rappaport reported that the Las Vegas Raiders are seriously considering making a bold move in the upcoming NFL draft by targeting a top-rated quarterback prospect. The Raiders, under the helm of head coach Antonio Pierce and general manager Tom Telesco, have been actively assessing their options to secure a franchise quarterback of the future. This report from Ian Rappaport shows me that there is some legitimate interest in us potentially moving up, and Antonio Pierce spoke about the future of the quarterback position.
Is it getting changed at all where now you look at young quarterbacks in the draft and you look at more in terms of impact as opposed to maybe long-term potential?
Yeah, I would hope whoever we draft, that's the route we go. If that's who the starter becomes, and if it, again, I'll go back, if it's Jayden or if it's somebody we draft or we bring in, you don't want to put a Band-Aid at that position. That's old, man. That's old. I think the Raiders, we've seen that enough in this organization. And I know we had Derek Carr here for a bunch of years, but before him and after him, it's been a bunch of one-stop guys. And I don't think any organization wants that. You want the face of your franchise to be the quarterback, to be that guy you can count on for the next 2 years.
So it seems like the future of the Raiders quarterback situation will revolve around a young quarterback. Now, AP did mention the fact that it could still be Aidan O'Connell, but what I liked is that Antonio Pierce really understands the importance of this position, and he let it be known that they're not interested in a Band-Aid, short-term type of fix of the quarterback spot. They want to secure their franchise quarterback, and to me it seems like they will either be trading up to secure a guy like Jayden Daniels, or they're going to bank on Aidan O'Connell and try to build a stacked roster around him, and hopefully he could be the guy moving forward. The Raiders tried the whole Band-Aid bridge quarterback situation last year with Jimmy Garoppolo, and it didn't work out. So to me, this almost completely rules out a veteran quarterback option like Kirk Cousins, and even quite possibly a Russell Wilson, as I don't see either of these guys being the long-term answer moving forward for this franchise. We more than likely will address the quarterback position in free agency, but more than likely it's just going to be to fill out the room and ideally bring in an experienced veteran that can help out the developmental process of our two young quarterbacks next season. To me, it is crucial that we draft a quarterback, whether it be a first-round talent like a Jayden Daniels or a later round type of player. That way you can create a real quarterback competition for this team. You got to put a little bit of pressure on his plate. That way he can be as motivated as possible to exceed and perform next year. And with the scouting combine being held this week, we got Heisman Trophy winner Jayden Daniels speaking about the possibility of him getting drafted by the Raiders.
Because you have a relationship with Antonio Pierce. Yeah. Arizona State is your recruiting coordinator. Now, the thing that's probably interesting, too, is the teams that potentially could come up for you. Right. What do you think is the potential that AP, he's talked about how much he knows you, could potentially come up for you?
And we're going to see. We are going to see. AP is a great guy. He's the right guy for the job. And if he did and I hear my name called and on draft day I hear my phone call ring and it's AP, I don't know what I'll do. We'll see, but right now, I'm just blessed. I'll take it day by day. I'll let everybody handle that. That's what they're for. I'm focused on being the best player, the best version of myself.
So as you can see, Jayden Daniels would love to join the Silver and Black, and I'm sure AP would love to have him as well. He knows him personally, and he could have a very positive effect on his career, just like he did with Jack Jones. Now, the biggest question mark to me will be how much are the Raiders willing to sacrifice in terms of draft capital to move up into the top 3? And what does general manager Tom Telesco think of Jayden Daniels? To me, there's no doubt that to move up into the top 3, it would take a lot of draft picks. I would say it would likely take this year's first rounder, a first rounder in 2025, and a 2026 first rounder, and probably like a second, third round pick here and there. But the basis of the deal would start with those 3 first-round picks. And look, although it is a lot of draft capital, and at the end of the day, it is a very risky move, I think at the same time, we also gotta realize the huge opportunity and the huge upside of making a deal like this. If you look at the Raiders' history when it comes to drafting in the first round throughout the last like 13 years. I mean, we have never been able to consistently hit on these picks. So I really don't think it would be the end of the world for us trading away these picks. And if we do the deal and Jayden Daniel pans out and reaches his ceiling, reaches his potential, then the Raiders would be in a prime position to become a legit Super Bowl contender throughout the next 4 to 5 years. You also got to think about it. I mean, the Raiders are from Las Vegas, so why not gamble for such a high return on a star like Jayden Daniels? He would very likely just be the most talented quarterback prospect we've ever drafted, and I think he would come into a very good situation where not only does he has the full confidence of the head coach, which can definitely go a huge way, but he also has a solid roster to build from on the offensive side of the football, and also with the defense that played at a very high level last season. I think the Raiders could be in a good position to trade up for one of these quarterbacks. And really, the more and more tape I've been watching from Jayden Daniels, the more intrigued am I starting to become, just because the guy is so talented. He's so electrifying. He also shows great accuracy throwing the football. He's got great mobility. He definitely has some flaws like any other rookie quarterback would, but I think those flaws can definitely be fixed. And the good thing is, I mean, we got Aiden O'Connell. Maybe you bring in a veteran quarterback as well. In that situation, I mean, he wouldn't necessarily have to be a week 1 starter for us, and then you would really have a legit quarterback competition at that point. Aiden O'Connell has a year ahead of him in the system in the NFL, but Jayden Daniels has the edge when it comes to overall talent. So that'd be an interesting dynamic to look forward to in the offseason if the Raiders ultimately made this move. But when it comes to the quarterback position, it seems like we will be going with youth, whether that's sticking with Aiden O'Connell or investing in a quarterback in the draft. Overall, I think AP has the right mindset, but now it is just about waiting and seeing what their ultimate move from the Raiders franchise will be come draft night. The buzz and speculation for trading up for a guy like Jayden Daniels will only continue to increase, in my opinion, as we get closer to draft night. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think the Raiders have a legit chance to move up for a guy like Jayden Daniels? If so, let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.